The clauses. Hey friends, in this unit we are going to learn something about the clauses. Let's understand what are the clauses first. The clause is a group of words which has its own finite verb and which forms a part of a sentence. So a clause is a part of a sentence and which does have its own finite verb. Let's understand it with an example. I cannot tell when he will come. In this sentence, the words in italics, when he will come, is a clause. You can see that will come is the finite verb that the clause has. And also you can see that it is a part of a big sentence. So the clause is a part of a bigger sentence. Clauses are of three kinds: principal clause or the main clause, subordinate clause or the dependent clause, and coordinate clause. Main clause or the principal clause can stand independently all by itself. It doesn't need anyone's help. Subordinate clause cannot stand independently. It always begins with a subordinating conjunction. Coordinate clause is a part of a compound sentence, and this is also a kind of main clause itself, but two clauses or two main clauses combined together with a coordinating conjunction. Such clause is called as a coordinating clause. Let's take examples. In the above sentence, I cannot tell when he will come. I cannot tell is the principal clause because as you can see that I cannot tell can stand independently. It does have its own meaning. Whereas when he will come, full stop. This particular part does not make any sense if it is kept without the main clause. This particular clause begins with the conjunction when. So it is a subordinate clause. So in the sentence, I cannot tell is the main clause. When he will come is the subordinate clause. Let's take example of the coordinate clause. The boy is honest and I know it. In this sentence, the boy is honest is one clause. I know it is another clause. Both the clauses are the principal clauses or the main clauses which are combined together with the help of a coordinating conjunction and. These are called as the coordinate clauses. Coordinate clauses always form a compound sentence. I repeat, complex sentence is formed with the help of the main clause and the subordinate clause. Compound sentences are formed with coordinate clause. There are three kinds of subordinate clauses: adverb clause, adjective clause, and noun clause. Adjective clause. An adjective clause is a subordinate clause which takes the place of an adjective. Like an adjective clause modifies a noun or pronoun, answering questions like which or what kind of. So please understand children, adjective clause works as an adjective. It always describes the noun. The only difference between an adjective and adjective clause is that adjective is just a word describing the noun, whereas adjective clause is a complete clause containing its own finite verb, but it also describes the noun. Remember children, an adjective clause begins with the relative pronouns like who, whom, whose, that, or which. Hence, it is also called as a relative clause. Please remember children, subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns like who, whom, and whose are used to describe people, whereas that and which is used to describe things or animals. Let's understand it better with a few examples. I read the book that she had given me. In this sentence, That she had given me is the clause which is defining or which is modifying the word or the noun, the book. The book is the noun. Which book? The one which she had given me. So that she had given me is the clause which is telling us which book. Hence it is giving us extra information about the book. This particular clause is called as an adjective clause or a relative clause. Let's take one more example. I still remember the place where we met. Which place? Where we met. So here, where we met is the adjective clause, which is describing about the place. Let's take another example. A politician who is honest has the support of the people. In this sentence, who is honest is the clause which is describing the politician. So, who is honest is the adjective clause, whereas a politician has the support of the people is the main clause. Please remember, children, the subordinate clause or the adjective clause always must have a main clause along with that. Let's identify the main clause of all the sentences. In the first sentence, I read the book is the main clause, and that she had given me is the adjective clause. Subordinate clause, adjective clause. Second sentence, I still remember the place is the main clause. Where we met is the adjective clause. Would you like to have one more example? Here we go. This is the house where I was born. Which house? This house where I was born. So the writer is trying to give you extra information about the house. This is the house is the main clause. Where I was born is giving us extra information about that house. Hence, it is a subordinate clause. And since it is speaking about the noun, it becomes an adjective clause. Let's take one more example. Students who are standing outside are punished. Well, will you be able to identify the subordinate clause here? Identify the subordinating conjunctions. You remember? Yes, who. And identify the finite verb there, are standing. So who are standing outside is the subordinate clause, which is describing the students. Students is the noun. Hence, it is an adjective clause. So who are standing outside is the adjective clause. Students are punished is the main clause. I repeat, children, subordinating conjunctions or relative pronouns like who, whom, whose, that, or which. Sometimes also as, when, where are the conjunctions which denote adjective clause or the relative clause.
Subscribe to my channel. Click on bell icon to get notification about new video.